Gotham Knights is a TV series that launched with zero hype behind it. Almost no one was talking about this show, and I personally saw no ads for it on social media, and it seems like no one did either, because the viewership numbers are already as low as Batwoman's Season 3 numbers that led to the series cancellation. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So I wanted to start off with this Cosmic Book News article. Gotham Knights ratings tank already at cancellation level. Now, I personally have tried to give most of the CW shows a chance, even if I'm not initially that excited for them. I've tried to watch them and judge them fairly, but unfortunately, all of them over the past at least couple of years have been awful. I really enjoyed the Arrowverse when they started with The Flash and Arrow, and even Supergirl Season 1 wasn't awful, but unfortunately it really went downhill, and then CW decided to try to do all of these spin-off shows that were failures. The most recent one that of course was a massive disaster was Batwoman, but now we also have Gotham Knights. So it says you can probably kiss Gotham Knights goodbye after one season, as much like the reviews, the ratings are in the gutter after only 2 episodes, and the series is now at cancellation level. Tuesday's episode 2, Scene of the Crime, was watched by only 428,000 viewers, which is down from the pilot episode's 609,000 viewers, so that is a loss of nearly 200,000 viewers. Now, obviously, as shows go on, you're going to see a drop in numbers. It happens with any type of product. When it takes weeks for the show to air, people, of course, get tired of coming back, and then they eventually say, well, you know what, I'm just going to watch it when it's all out. Some people don't even give the first episode or two a chance until all of the episodes are out. But you don't expect to see a drop-off that massive from the first to the second episode. That's more like episode 5 going to 6. It says Batwoman was actually canceled with around the same numbers after season 3. Black Lightning was also canceled with similar and lower numbers, and ditto for the last couple of episodes of DC's Legend of Tomorrow. Regarding the reviews, Gotham Knights is the lowest rated DC series of all time on Rotten Tomatoes, as the critic score is at 18% and the audience score isn't much better at 53%, and actually heading on over to Rotten Tomatoes, it's looking even worse. The critic score is still at an 18%, but the audience score is down to a 51%. I just think that there are way too many problems with this series. First of all, you're trying to do a Gotham-based show without Batman. They have tried this multiple times, of course, with Batwoman, with Gotham Knights. People want to see this character. Stop depriving us of him. We like his character. Maybe if they just simply gave people what they want, they'd be open to these other spin-off shows. Now, looking at just some of the criticisms that people have levied at this show, they're saying things like, shocking mess compared to Titans, it's nothing. Why did anyone think this would be watched? I don't understand the prompt to create a show of a well-known property with a built-in audience that rearranges things to the extent that it doesn't reflect the spirit of the original work. It just serves to alienate the audience, and funny enough, there are a couple of 4- and 5-star ratings here, but they are all just saying that, haters don't like this show. Yeah, these haters comparing this to Titans. Remember, Titans has been canceled. This hasn't. Plus, it's something new. It's still good, but the amount of hate the show gets is ridiculous. When it's a good show, it might not be perfect, but it's okay. You're all just hating because you're all so sad. It is funny because they're saying that Titans has been canceled, but this hasn't. There is no way this is going to get a second season, especially when you take everything into consideration, the viewership, the ratings, and we're only on episode 2 right now. And funny enough, even the shill critics hate this series, as of course you could see by the critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, but here is a Screen Rant review. It is semi-decent but unremarkable. It says that it's a new spin on the Batman story. The Gotham Knights series premiere kicks off with the murder of Bruce Wayne. He leaves behind grieving adopted son Turner Hayes, who only learns of his father's secret identity after his death by discovering the Batcave with his best friend Stephanie Brown. 3 teenagers, the Joker's daughter, and siblings of Harper and Cullen Rowe, are framed for the murder, and basically they have to go throughout this series being judged, everyone thinking that they've killed the Batman and they have to solve the mystery, which doesn't sound like an awful plot, but unfortunately this show is 75% drama. It says, though it is ostensibly a DC television show and does in fact include a number of characters from the comics, though casual viewers likely wouldn't recognize many beyond Harvey Dent, it's more of a home among the CW's non-DC fare. It seems to draw inspiration just as much from Riverdale as it does the DC comics, and even has a somewhat similar premise to the Archie comics adaptation. It did seem like the CW was thinking, what can we make next? Because of course Riverdale is ending with the newest season, and they are trying to get those younger viewers to watch something else. So I think they were really banking on Gotham Knights, like, oh, we have all of these younger teenage characters, and there's lots of drama between them, and there's like a plot that DC fans would like, but I just don't see this working for them. It says the only thing that really sets Gotham Knights apart is its teen melodrama, which it hasn't nailed. I personally do not want to watch tons of teen melodrama. I understand it's inevitable, that's perfectly fine, but when that's most of the show, it just is a complete turnoff for me and of course a lot of other people. The Gotham Knights series premiere has set quite a large feat to accomplish. Not only must it introduce its cast of characters, but it has to establish the season-long storyline revolving around Bruce's murder. Unfortunately, it's more successful with the latter than the former. The actors are serviceable enough since they've been given the incredibly tough task of selling the drama, but only a few of them shine. Imagine being an actor and being called serviceable. Any ego you have would be completely flattened at this point. And Screen Rant has generally kind of simped for all of these CW series, and they love these type of shows. They loved Batwoman, but not this one, which is hilarious to me. As someone who would typically try to give this a chance, I have absolutely no interest in it. I just feel like the cast does fall short. The plot is not the worst, but of course, they are not actually leaning into the source material that they have here. And overall, I think that the score is going to continue to drop. I think that users are just going to continue to tank it. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it dropped down to like a 40 to a 45, because right now it's at a 51, but I just don't see a way that they can save this show, and they're only 2 episodes in, never mind it getting renewed. I see zero chance that this is going to get a season 2, unless of course they have already signed contracts for multiple seasons, but I don't think that they would have done that, especially with a show that seems very risky for them. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.